want to talk about?
Have you seen the things where they prank the people to make them think that they're invisible?
Yes.
Have you seen the ones where they do it to the kids?
I have not seen the ones where they do it to the kids.
They're saying that it's abuse.
To make kids think they're invisible?
Yeah, because like some of them like freak out and cry and have little meltdowns and stuff, and people are like, if you think it's funny to watch a kid break down and cry, then you're a sick human being and stuff like that. Like, seriously.
A sick human being for playing a joke on a toddler?
Yeah.
No. That's hilarious. And you should film it, and you should put it on the internet.
I think so too. Well, I don't know. Then there are some people that are saying that it's like, you have to know the kid and blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, I know that, but
I feel like if it's your kid, you probably know it enough to play a prank on it.
There are shut up. So there are some that's stupid. There are some kids that like freak out and it's kind of sad, but they usually tell them that they're joking. And then they
How
get
old
the
are these kids?
I mean, I don't like, kids like 6, 7 or younger.
It's not going to negatively affect them whatsoever.
Well, they're saying that it is.
Oh, yeah? Are those microaggressions?
I think so.
No, it's magic. It's a clown. It's like a kid having a bad experience with a clown. Like the clown laughed too loud in his face. Or he, like, picked him out of the crowd to come up to help with something. The kid cries or whatever. It's not abuse. It's just a shitty kid.
It just bothers me, that's all.
It bothers you that people think it's abuse?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be bothered by that.
I think that, like, if they are, like, having a little tantrum and freaking the fuck out, then maybe you should, like, stop. But it was still probably funny up to that point, so film it and post it.
No, definitely post it. Definitely film it. And whoever thought of making people think they're invisible with that whole trickery? That guy's a genius.
I guess, though, I was reading that there have been other people. Like, it's not a new prank. I thought it was new because no one ever did that to me.
No, I wish they would have done that to me. Might have been a good story.
I would have freaked out, but I wouldn't have been, like, scarred for life. Also, just think about, like, those kids that are pissed off about it. Like, in 15 years when they're older, they're going to scare the shit out of, like, their whole family.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Definitely.
So they got it coming.
When they're like 21 and then they make their parents feel like they're invisible by never calling them or moving out of state.
I'm going to post that.
I feel like that's the worst case scenario. The kid's going to be fine. They might not talk to you again, but that was a risk you took when you pranked your kid.
It's a risk you took when you had kids.
That's true.
What did this guy say?
Because you don't know if you were going to be equipped to take care of that kid properly.
Like, he says this whole thing. This is not a funny prank. It's abuse, and it needs to stop. Scaring a child into a meltdown is not funny, and you can't say you love someone if you think they're begging and pleading and crying to stop something is funny. You're a sick human being if you think it's funny. Someone's, you sound fun. I just want to...
Also, if your kid realizes that it's invisible to everyone around it and their first instinct isn't to take their pants off, that's a weird kid. That's a super weird kid.
I haven't seen anyone do that. But the one video that I watched before, it was like last week when I first heard about this, not with the magician guy, but like they did it to a little kid. I saved it because it's so funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It's like
crying.
The dogs in the blanket. When you throw the blanket up and disappear, the dog loses it.
It's abuse.
That's animal abuse.
Like, what about all the kids screaming and crying while they're being beat by their parents and murdered and molested? I feel like we should really start talking about that instead of, I made my kid think they're invisible. Now I'm a fucking child abuser.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. It's probably a way better idea.
There's just bigger things to think about.
I think you're right.
I know.
Maybe we can address that next time.
Okay.
On High School Sweet.